said so and I'll repeat it, and I'll continue to repeat it. I am not interested in politics because of what I will gain for myself. I didn't come into politics to come and make money in politics. I have my own profession. I'm also a businessman. If I want to concentrate on making money, that is where I put my energies. You come into public service, it is exactly that, public service. I want to insist that all those who are going to come and help me in government understand from the get-go one thing very clearly. That if it is that you are interested in being minister, whatever, in part of the executive is to make money, then my advice to you is go to the private sector. Go there. Go into the private sector. That's where people make money, in the private sector. If you come into public service, you're coming for exactly that, to render public service. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that what I'm telling you here tonight becomes the principle of which
the damn flag bearer query. It is a surprise, therefore, that we are suffering in this country. A school which cost 160,000 to construct by the private sector cost in excess of 500,000 when done by this government. Why won't Ghanaians suffer? The presidential candidate then told us that 500,000 for a school was too expensive and that it amounted to corruption. Today, under the man who is prepared to protect the public purse, he is spending almost 800,000 to construct a school. Mr. Speaker, I do recall the majority leader when he said that when you throw ash into the air, it certainly comes back into your eyes. If 500,000 smack of corruption, if 500,000 was too expensive, what do we talk about 770,000? What is happening? In less than a year, this is what we are seeing. Meanwhile, Mr. Speaker, we are told that inflation is...
We will strengthen our educational system. Anything that will expand and improve our infrastructure are to be welcomed. But there are several other issues that all of us have to look at. The key, of course, is value for money. Kufuor was able to put up 6-unit classroom blocks for 85,000 cedis at the time. And today, you're doing it for 350,000, 400,000. A couple of weeks ago, or more, a month ago, we had a series of statistics that are alarming. Kantamanso built a classroom block for 510,000 cedis.
You mean one classroom?
Well,
or 3 classrooms?
One unit.
1 unit.
510,000 cedis. The result... 500,000 cedis? Yes. The result minister, a friend of mine, he was there, he opened it. 2 weeks later, MTN went and built the same 6-unit classroom block for 170,000 cedis. These are all the facts that are recorded in GDA. And so you ask yourself, I mean, these extraordinary discrepancies in the way in which our monies are being used. What's the story? Is this where it is indeed that the issues of corruption find themselves? Are we getting value for money? Yes, you put up things. But if indeed in doing so you're bankrupting the state, impoverishing the country, what is the real nature of the achievement that you have made? It's important that the Ghanaian people are told the truth about what's going on. Yeah, Paul, for what I'm saying, for instance, Egypt is constructing a a 1,800 megawatts power plant.
1,800.
Yeah, at a cost of what, 1.3 billion United States dollars. Abu Dhabi is constructing one at 1,600 megawatts at a cost of 1.5 billion United States dollars. Our Ameri deal and the Car Power together are getting us 500 megawatts at a price of $2 billion plus. So you put all these things together and you keep asking yourself, why is it that at every stage of the public transaction process, the figures that we are generating are so much more than elsewhere? What is it? What's going on? Why should we, for 500 megawatts of power, pay $500 million more than is being paid by a rich country like Abu Dhabi, which is now building one for $1.5 billion, 1,600 megawatts. You ask yourself the question. These are the matters that are thrown up, which reinforce the discussion about corruption and waste and absence of value for money in what we're doing in Ghana. And it is important that that is what we exist to do as opposition, is to point these things out to the Ghanaian people. It is not to incite disaffection, but to let them know that this is what is going on, so that when the time comes for the process of accountability to be complete, they will make informed decisions about the future of our country. We can't continue to go on. The hospital, Ridge Hospital. Yes, Ridge Hospital, for instance. I believe that it's costing us 250 million United States dollars to renovate the hospital for something like 400 odd beds. Yes. The government, the University of Ghana, is building with Israeli money the teaching hospital, $250 million for 600-bed teaching hospital. Wow. Everywhere you go, when you make the comparisons, this is what emerges. So the when we're saying that,
shame on the politicians, NDC, MPP, right from chairman all the way to the last person. On the NDC side, on the MPP side, shame on them. And I say shame on them because when the matter suits them or the matter suits them, they go out there and make statements. Then when the tables turn, they make statements. So they are playing victors and victim at the same time. Shame on you. Shame on you, because as politicians since 1992, both NDC and MPP, you know that as ACP Dr. Agozor said, the composition of the police council has a problem. And it has a problem because it affords politicians to have a control of a security situation. And you know it, and you have not changed it, and you take advantage of it. Shame on you. Shame on you, because look, I've listened to the security couples at the Justice Emil Short Commission. I don't believe, look, having grown up in the barracks, I don't believe that our people are incompetent. I believe that something is wrong somewhere, and that something wrong somewhere is political influence. It happens in NDC, it happens under MPP. Now, you and I know, whether we choose to call them ushers or vigilantes, or they're criminals and hoodlums, and we've decided to clothe them in that. Who appointed them vigilantes? Who said that security agencies are not able to handle the situation? And yet both of you take advantage of it to get you're just power thirsty. You're just power thirsty, and people are losing their lives. People are living in fear. People are feeling insecure, and you come back and you say the police is not able to handle the situation. Shame on you. Shame on you, because you know what is right. And this is to the the floating voter out there. Look, let me tell you this today. They make you believe that without NDC and MPP, we can never make progress in this country. That's a lie. Because look at all the electoral records we have had. NDC can never get that 50+1 votes or 50% plus one vote on their own with just their members. Same for MPP. They can never ever at any election in this country, and I can put my salary on it, they can never ever ever get 50% plus one vote on their own with just their members. They need you, the floating voter, to always come along with them. Should we punish them at the polls, or should we just follow them because they come and give us handouns? With these people at the helm of affairs, they cause mayhem. Look at just what happened. Look at what happened. Somebody has lost a breadwinner. Just look at just what happened.
Anyway,
it's so pathetic. It's so shameful, and we have all been playing the ostrich with it. Look, the IGP, I feel sorry for him. He's been appealing to the political parties just because, and look, just yesterday when the matter came up, we're told that somebody somewhere within the party suggested or gave 4 names to be picked up, and meaning that they know these people. Those within the parties, they know them. I'm sure if you go to MPP and you want to check out the names of the persons at the House of West Wuogon, they know the people. You are thinking why DSP Azugu yesterday decided that he was going to write the name of the person who assaulted Honorable Sam George on a piece of paper, and he calls it in camera. When we are not ready to name and shame, they know the people who are behind it, but they are not willing to do it. How many times have we been, as a nation, called for the fact that these vigilante groups must be disbanded? How many times have we called for it? What has happened in the matter of disbanding these vigilante groups? And you come back and you want to make us believe that as political parties, both NDC and MPP, because you are enjoying duopoly, unfortunately, you believe that you will play ping pong with the people of Ghana and risk our lives. People have to go to school. People must not live in fear. People must be able to speak up their minds and be safe. People must live in sanity. You can't continue to put people's lives in danger because somebody decided to become a police officer and there's wildfire, and so he doesn't have ammunition, and so he will be shot by some stray bullet because some ill-treated or ill-trained person is put up there as a vigilante. Shame on you if you're a politician and you are behind this. You are funding them, you are feeding the boys, you are calling them, you are encouraging them. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm not happy with you.
Anyway, guys, let's put some brakes on it and take a
That look, my son, if you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country, wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time, but there is hope, inshallah. God is not asleep.